Hello, everybody. It's spectacular. I do not have my spectacular intro ready just yet. My room is not decorated. I am here though. I slid in last minute. We just got home from dinner. I was like, oh my gosh, look at this super cute headband. I never, ever, ever wear headbands. However, I got this at the farmer's market for $3. I'm like, we're buying it. We're getting it. Look how cute this shirt is too. It's Ghostface. It says, "No, you hang up." I love it. So we are doing writing and reading and hangout sprints tonight. Deep breaths. I am a little bit behind Spooktacular plans. Where everything is happening. We're happening. But with all the things that were going on with the family and George and everything else, we're a little behind. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will have enough of the room decorated that I can do my intro because it's one of my favorite parts of Spooktacular is the intro. If not, we'll just use last year's intro until I can decorate and then we'll do a new one. Where is the shirt from? I hate to even say it because I never shop from here. And like, I know it's not the best place to shop, but it's from Shein. I try not to shop at places like Shein and Temu and all of that because I feel like it's, maybe not the most kind to their workers, but they got me with an ad, I have to say. So I apologize if you feel offended by that. But I did place one order and it turned out cute. I've heard of like random things not being good about Shein, but this actually is cute. So I printed no, it's okay. I printed the Preptober workbook earlier. Thank you for creating it. I'm so, so glad that you love it. It is out there in the world. If anybody wants to use the Preptober workbook, if you're going to be writing a novel with us, or we're doing our own challenge this year. It's called the Rough Draft Challenge, and you don't even have to be a writer to participate. So, true to Shadow Demon's form, we're doing gemstones. So, you've got the emerald level is 10,000 words, sapphire at 25,000 words, 50K is ruby, and then 100K is amethyst. But there's a diamond tier, and maybe there will be a secret citrine tier as well, just so we can get all of the shadow demons in there. The diamond tier is do whatever project you want. So if you're not a writer, but you want to join us for Preptober in the month of November, you can do the diamond tier and you could do crochet projects, art projects, decluttering projects, reading projects. You could use it, say, I'm going to read 5 books this month. 20 books this month. I don't know. Go for it. I cannot believe we have 100 people here on a Thursday night. This is so much fun. Happy Spooktacular, everyone. I super love you. Citrine could be a food challenge. Somebody suggested I saw in the comments today, somebody suggested doing citrine as you showed up kind of like a participation trophy because some people aren't going to even hit the 10K, but they just really wanted to show up and try their best. And I thought that's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll do a secret citrine for anybody who showed up and tried their best, but didn't quite hit any particular challenge. So that could be fun. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Like, honestly, Spooktacular is one of my favorite times of year. And what we're going to do, we'll talk about it more tomorrow on Coffee Chat, where I will be revealing the release date, the blurb and description, the new cover of The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. And today, when I started setting up pre-orders, I started crying because it has been 3 years since I have actually set up a pre-order for one of my own books, and I feel like I have fought every inch of the way to get this book out, and the fact that it is actually finished. And tomorrow, Angela and Renee, I don't know if Renee's here tonight, but I will be opening the gift that you guys sent me like 6 months ago or something. We're doing it. I just the level of support and encouragement from this community at every step of the way when I have felt like I needed to say, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel awful. I can't believe it's not done yet. I'm sorry I promised it. It's not ready." Like, I feel like I have just wanted to apologize, and every step of the way, you guys have been so encouraging and telling me, "You've got this. Don't give up on yourself. You can do it. We'll wait." And that has meant literally the world to me. And so I have my Kindle Scribe here for the night. If you want to tell us in the comments, I saw some of you were already talking about it before we were live. But if you want to, uh, how do I find it again? I have to figure out how to do this. I feel like it should be here somewhere. I I sent it to my Kindle Scribe, but I haven't used it. Here it is. Uh, it's right here. You guys can't see it. Um, this is it. This is it. It is done. You can't really see it great, but it is here. The book. This is the book. It is just over 90,000 words. First line, Vanessa Shaw disappeared into the midnight woods. I'm so excited for this book. And I wrote the blurb between last night and this morning and send it off to some of my friends, including one of my friends who is a multiple seven-figure mystery writer. And I was so nervous to send it to her. I told her I was going to throw up, like, she wants to read the book too, so we'll see what she thinks of the book. But I sent her the blurb and I thought, okay, she's going to tear it apart. I'm ready for it. And she wrote back and said, "I literally have chills." She's like, "This sounds so good. And I don't even read YA." So I'm feeling very encouraged. It's going to be great. Ugh, I do. I hate writing blurbs. I feel like in some ways writing blurbs is harder than writing the book, but I can't wait to reveal it to you tomorrow because I think it turned out great. It just took me hours and hours and hours to write it. But I'm holding it. I'm literally, for the first time, holding the book in my hands. Like, this is a moment I just want to appreciate for just a second. So what I will be doing tonight is, if you have not ever seen, I know you can't see it great because of the lighting in here, but this is a Kindle Scribe. It is quite a bit bigger. So my main Kindle is this size. This is the Kindle Oasis. I don't even think they make this anymore, but I love it. So if you want to compare the Kindle Scribe with the Kindle Oasis, this is how much bigger it is. And with your regular ebooks, like, it's a typical ebook screen, but it also, you can put notebooks on here. So you could probably put, I haven't tried it, but you could probably put the HB90 planner on here. Yeah, it's almost twice the size. I bet if you, yeah, it's probably more than twice the size of a Kindle. On regular ebooks, it comes with a pen. On a regular typical ebook you buy from the Kindle store, you can't write on it. You have to create a little sticky note, and then you can write on the sticky note, and then on your page it shows up like a little tiny little box. But when it comes to the book, I download it from Google Docs as a PDF, and then I can send it with the Send to Kindle app on my desktop to the Kindle Scribe as a PDF, and then you can literally just write on it. You can highlight, you can write on it, you can make notes. So this is, oh, good. Harley says, I have put the HB90 planner on the Kindle Scribe. Yeah, I haven't even tried it. I should do that. I am going to basically be going through, and what's great too is it has this little, and you can use it like an eraser as if it was like a real pencil, which I really think is fun. And then you can just press this button and highlight. I mean, I didn't do it perfectly, but you can see the highlight there on the first line. It's really, really neat. The only thing I wish that they could do, which some of the other sort of like e-ink tablets that you can write on can do, is that it can write on the actual ebooks, like the Kobo Libra Color. I think you can write on your actual ebooks, which I prefer that. I think I might try one of those. But either way, I do recommend it, especially for edits. I have been using it throughout the editing process. So tonight we're going to be here for about 3 hours. Feel free to come and go if you want. I did download some new music. So last time we did reading sprints, we did piano music, and we'll probably use that. But then I also downloaded kind of like lo-fi, relaxed sort of hip hop music as well. If you are not into music while you're reading, just mute the screen. And I think what I also will do is a timer called Wonder Space. I just didn't pull it up yet. The only problem with this app is that at the end of the sprint, it's very loud. It's like ding, 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 gives you coins. And I'm like, why is it so loud? Why are you doing this to me? Um, so I don't know if I can turn that off or not, but I will pull this up as a screen share, and it's got an ad. We're going to close the ad. So let's see if I can make this more, it's kind of full screen-ish. So we will have the timer on the screen and I will play some music in the background. And then at the end of 25 minutes, we'll all come back together and we'll chat some more. So, and yeah, it's fine to do literally whatever you want to do. So crochet, do some crafting, play in your planner, read. Oh, your sister has the Kobo color. I think Renee got one as well for like her birthday or Christmas, and she really likes it. But I think she did at one point say that it wasn't perfect. Like I think maybe it had a little bit of a delay, but I didn't ever really get details from her, so I don't think she's here. What do your earrings say? It says "Mama," Mama. But these are my only earrings that have pearls, and I felt like it matched my headband. Oh, goodness. Also, ooh, Inka's making merch for her store. If you did not hear, we have merch for Spooktacular. There will be some more writer merch, but there are, for anyone here who's a writer, there are Hardy's hats, there are writer hats. There's a writer t-shirt with my heart breathing's heart on it, but there will be Broken Chapter Society and Sir Bean stuff coming to the store as well. But so many orders have already been placed, and I'm just so excited. I actually ordered like a bunch of stuff myself. So I got a hat that says Good Witch and a Spooky Babe t-shirt and the Witch's Brew mug, and I'm excited. Link to the store. I will pull it up while we're on break. You ordered a hat. Thank you, Holly. I love that. It's gonna be super fun. Already put in an order. Thank you all so much. I couldn't believe we already had orders coming in. It felt really fun. I think the biggest thing about it is just like really wanting to finally start taking action on things. We can talk about this on coffee chat, but I feel like for a long time now, I've been focused on things. Oh, Undone Light, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Broken Chapter Society. There's so much stuff going on in the background that I cannot wait to share with you all, like extra stories, bonus stories, surprise and delight. I have an artist creating stuff for us. It's going to be fun. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Yes, link in my profile. Thank you so much. I have a store, we have merch, we have giveaways already started. So if you go to sarahcannon.com and click on blog, there is a couple, there's already 2 posts there. So one announcing the Spooktacular, that one has the grand prize giveaway, which is a full set of like all 30 of my books in paperback signed. And then also today's giveaway is 3 months in the Broken Chapter Society. Or if you win and you're already in the Broken Chapter Society, you can choose a paperback or something from my store. So it's going to be awesome. Oh, you're finishing Beautiful Demons tonight for a reading challenge. What's everybody else reading? I want a magic or a mug that says Good Witch on one side and Bad Witch on the other side. That is cute, Kelly. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's a good idea. All right. So let's read. Oh, you ordered the Witch's Brew cup. So the Witch's Brew glass with the straw is the best-selling item in the store so far, by the way. Anybody that was wondering. Okay. So that's how the sprints will work. We're going to be on for 25 minutes. And at the end of it, it might make a slightly loud noise. So I'm going to try. Let's see if I can change that right now. Alarm volume. There we go. And it's like default. I mean, that bell isn't bad. The flute, I think, is also nice. I might keep the flute and we'll just leave it low volume, but I feel like it also was, like, giving me coins, and that's where the loudness was coming from. I don't know where the coins come from or how to turn them off. Ray, thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome. I feel like maybe you were already in. Did you upgrade? Or are you just joining? The flute is better. Okay, we'll keep it on the flute. Okay. I feel like I'm just bubbling, and now I'm gonna have to, like, focus in, and we're gonna read a book. So, we're gonna read. So, let's start with upgraded. Yeah, welcome to the upgrade. On Sunday this week, we will have our first ever Curator of Secrets, which is the top tier live stream, and what I'm gonna be doing is talking about Project 48, but I'm also gonna be setting up one of my planners. So, I've got to work on how I can get a top-down view and my face at the same time, so I'll be working on that this weekend. So, putting your baby to sleep. Kelly, his curls are just the cutest ever. I just could eat him up. I wish I could hold him. He's precious. Kate, welcome. All right. Reading Inner Demons. I love it. So some of y'all are reading my books. Hey, Janine, I'm so glad to see you. All right, let's stop talking. Let's get some reading in. It's going to be great. So we'll read for 25 minutes. I'm going to play. Let's try the lo-fi. We're going to try the lo-fi. I'm going to make sure you guys can hear it. Is that coming through? Can we hear the vibes? We have the vibes. I thought about putting some spooky music on, but it was too scary. Let me know in the comments. Okay, you can hear it. If you do not like the music, feel free to just mute it and keep an eye on the screen for when the timer goes off, and I will stop the music when we're talking next. But happy reading, everybody. Let's do 25 minutes. I will be muted, but you'll be able to hear the music and you'll be able to see the timer. So here we go. Starting. Oh, no, hold on. We're not starting. Stop the session. Your 4-day streak is lost. It's on minimalist mode. Here we go. 25 minutes on the clock. I will see you after 25. Happy reading or crafting. I mean, that's not so bad, right? That's not too loud. I think it's okay, even with the coins. I think we're good. We're gonna start a break, but to be honest, we might go over 5 minutes of a break. Watching the Preptober video. The baby is down, sweet boy. Get some food, Kelly. Welcome, Krista, and Nadine is reading some Gina Showalter. And um this sort of truth series is one that's on my TBR like for a decade. I feel like I need to read that series. I've heard it's so, so good. I had a friend years ago who had named, is it Kaylin or something like that? They had named their child after the main character in that. And then they made a TV series out of that too, didn't they? I feel like George was watching it. Let's see. Time for dinner. Have a good one, Jenna. Got my pages glued to the planner, now washi and Stickerfy. Oh, I love it, I love it. Watching last week's coffee chat. Hey, hey, hey. Got most of a unit of my insurance class done. I love it. You know, I wish so many times I'm like, "Oh my gosh, our kids are gonna be so." I mean, maybe they'll be messed up because of social media, but it's also like there's so many beautiful things about the internet and having it. Because if I had like streams and things like that to use when I was like working on my studying, I think I would have been more prone to study. I I watch does anybody here watch Study to Success? She has a YouTube channel. She's like a college student. She started back when she was in high school and she does all these like stationery hauls and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, that would be the dream in high school, like have all this stationery, have a YouTube channel. I love it. Use that sprint to buy merch from your store. Yay. Oh my gosh. I love it. So fun. Thank you so much for the purchase. That is amazing. Oh, Holly wrote 400 words. Good job. 35% into your book. Undying Light. Thank you so much for joining the membership. 887 words. Can't say that I do. I'm not sure what that's a response to. I'm sorry. I lost train of thought. One applique finished, on to the other side. This is taking so much longer than expected. I understand that. Yay, love it. Yeah, you guys watch her too. I do too. She's really fun. I feel like her videos are always really fun and like whimsical. Working on Preptober, gonna read Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber. Love the Preptober video. I was like, we're just going all in. We're gonna do a full hour-long video. Couldn't find where figure out where to find the store. If you go to my blog post, I'm going to put it in my description as well. But if you go to my blog post from announcing the Spooktacular, it's linked in there. Sorry guys, I don't know if I can grab it right now, but I'll share it tomorrow. It'll be in the coffee chat description. Or if everybody's asking, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh my goodness. Of course, I should have these links ready to go, I know. Wow, this is so fun. Every time I every time I log in, there's more orders. I was not expecting this. So fun. All right, will that post? I don't know. And actually, it's a dash. It's if you are here on YouTube, it is linked right underneath this video. There's the whole thing. It's not on Twitch, but you could go to sarahcannon-shop.fourthwall.com. But it is now a merch shelf underneath this YouTube video, and you can click on any of that. It did post. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got the baby down to bed, and my oldest trying to pull all his teeth out. Okay. Well, that sounds terrible. Okay. I've already been making, you feel like once you've read through this book 1,000 times, there shouldn't be any notes, but like there's still notes. There's still things to change. I'm like, I feel like as a writer, it's so hard to know when the book is done and good enough. It's like you could just tweak the way that you word stuff over and over and over again. And it's very tempting to do that. It's like I just want to complaining about college homework, but his teeth are great. Yay. Yeah, I just feel like, is it good enough? Are you gonna love it? I don't know. Eventually, I'm just gonna have to put it in the hands of my beta readers and wait for their feedback, and then it will be in your hands. The time that break is over, but we're gonna talk for just another second. I love the little gif with the little kitty. Let good enough be good enough instead of looking for perfection. Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing too, is like with Beautiful Demons, if you go back and read that book, that was 14 years ago this month that I published that book. And there are times when like I'm currently getting all of the books done into audiobook, which by the way, book 3, Bitter Demons, is now completed and ready for me to listen to. She just uploaded those files today. So she'll be starting on book 4. And there might be some audiobook release news coming this month as well. So, but when I go back and listen to that book, it's like I can hear all the ways that I needed to improve as an author. Like, oh man, I should have done this, or I should go back and read and, just or go back and rewrite it and things like that. But then it's like, oh, it's actually a chronicle. It's like a memory book of my progress as an author, of being able to see where I was 14 years ago versus where I am now. And then this book will become a stepping stone to hopefully what my skill is 14 years from now. God willing, I'm still alive and writing books then. I certainly hope so. Yeah, so much audio progress. Listen, Kylie is amazing. She is doing such a great job with the books, and they are turning out so good, especially like once we get into book 2 and there's a lot more of the interaction with the other cheerleaders, and it's more like the girl friendships. She did such a good job of their conversations with each other and giving everybody their own personalities and stuff. It was so good. I'm excited about that. Emily, welcome so much to the Broken Chapter Society. I was laughing because I saw this. If it's perfect, what are the haters that secretly love you going to complain about? Oh, Starla, thank you for that. I love it. What do you plan to write next? This is a good question to talk about. So next, I will be working on 2 books at the same time. So the first thing that I have already done, and I'll be sharing in a video over on Heart Breathings, is I have set up or reset up my plotting notes for book 12 of the Shadow Demon Saga. So I will be going back to that book. My thought is that that book is going to be about 150,000 words, and I am around 50,000 words into it. So 100,000 words to go. So I'm working on that, but it's going to take me a little time to get back into the story. Plus, I want to read back through. I have been listening to the audiobooks, but I want to read back through everything to make sure that I'm just like fully immersed back into the world. So the next story I'll be writing and working on for the Rough Draft Challenge in November is A Mirror of Shadows. And this story, I'll I'll kind of tell you, I know we want to read some more, so I won't talk forever, but last year, I feel like it was last year or maybe even a year and a half ago. It might have been 2 years ago, honestly, because this is when I decided to start working again on Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. I had been, we'd been traveling a lot, was going through a lot, and Demons uh 12, Shadow Demons 12 was just like literally pulling teeth. Nothing was flowing. I wasn't writing. I was feeling super depressed about it. It just the story wasn't coming together. And when George, yeah, it was 2 years ago because George and I had just recently moved into the house here, and we were walking in our back property, and I said to him, "You know what? I have this feeling intuitively that there's another story I need to write first because there's something that I will discover in the writing of that story, something similar to Sacrifice Me, where it would be a serialized story that needs to play into this final book." And if you have read the Shadow Demon Saga, you know that, you know, Jackson's story, After Midnight, Sacrifice Me, all of those, even though you don't have to read them to understand the series, all of those things are things I discovered as a writer that allowed me to write the next books of the Shadow Demon Saga. And intuitively I knew it, but I'm in a mastermind group with a bunch of business owners. And I had one of the business owners when I was mentioning writing this other serial that was like, "Well, I'll tell you that if I was a fan and you told me that you were writing something that wasn't the main book, I would be really upset if I had been waiting for it." And I let that really influence me of like, "Oh, I've already disappointed people enough. I need to just go right." So I tried to like push myself to keep writing it. Couldn't do it. So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to just try." Thank you, Cassie. Cassie Ray, even though she's over on Twitch right now, has her own new YouTube channel, by the way, you guys, and it's super good. Um, but I was like, "I'm just gonna write Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw." I'm already like 27,000 words into it. This will be a book that I can write really fast. And then it has taken me 2 years to write it. So what I am doing basically is, yes, it's a lesson, right? The only person you should listen to over your intuition is George, and it is a lesson. And George is the one who told me when I suggested it, and was talking about that. He was like, "You should just always follow your intuition because maybe there's something there." And I have to trust that the timing is gonna work out how it's meant to be. I try not to think about it being 3 years since the last Demons book because it's just Cassie Ray does have a new YouTube. Is it just Cassie Ray? Cassie? Is that what the name of it is? I need to go back and just say, from now on, it's a lesson of just like what I feel in my heart I need to do will have to be good enough. And if people are upset and disappointed, then it's fine. But I feel like the biggest lesson for me was it's so much better to follow your own joy, your own path, your own intuition. When you hear that whisper, something in your mind that says, "This is what you need to do. There's something here for you. There's something here for you to discover. You need to be here. You need to be doing this." You should just go all in on it because me resisting that voice has made it multiple year delay. And I do feel personally, this is kind of woo woo sounding, but I feel personally that, we have somebody looking out for us. You've got God out there looking out for us and saying, like, "Come this way, follow me, do this thing that is meant for you." And if we resist it and we go our own way, eventually we will find our way back to where we were always meant to be. It's kind of like there's a straight path that is meant for you, and if you follow it, you'll be expediting yourself to where you want to go. But if you take a detour, then I feel like you still get routed through a path that is right for you, that is exactly right on time. And I feel like, especially as an indie author, there's so much pressure these days to write faster, faster, faster. And there are so many authors that can do that. And I think it can be genre dependent. It can also be length dependent. It's not anything against people who write, faster books, but it's difficult to write something like the Shadow Demon saga with, but by the time it's all said and done, it's going to be well over 20 books of additional content and main content. It's hard to put all that together, you know, every 2 months have a new book. And some people can do it, but a lot of times those people don't have other jobs or responsibilities or kids or anything else. And we all are kind of on our own journey. And some people are just more intuitively like fast at coming up with plot stuff. And so we just have to be on our own journey and just say, okay, I can't keep up with it. But the thing that gets frustrating is I think that as more writers um, produce really, really fast, it makes a lot of readers just not want to support authors that take longer. And I hear more and more people saying, I'm not going to read a series until it's finished. And I get it because it's frustrating to wait, especially when there's cliffhangers like what I write. But the truth is, if you don't buy the books along the way, the author can't afford to write more books. So the series will never get done. So it's a conundrum these days. So part of how I'm like interacting or counteracting that is Broken Chapter Society, because we loved Amir, or because we loved The Witch's Key so much. I thought, okay, I'm going to write like that, because having that daily accountability, knowing somebody's waiting for it, kind of makes it a automatic priority in my mind of like, oh, that book is due. And it makes me think about it more, and it makes me come up with things faster. So that's what I'll be doing next. A Mirror of Shadows is a portal fantasy, literally a character walking into a portal and getting trapped in a world inside a mirror. So if you have read any of my Shadow Demon saga, you know that some of the priestesses of the Order of Shadows are not exactly, good people. They're quite evil. And so we'll just say one of the priestesses has a world inside a mirror, like a dimension inside a mirror, where she sends people that she wants to punish or that she wants to keep as pets, so to speak. And so it's going to be really interesting, because my main character is going to end up in that world. And so it's like taking my Shadow Demon saga, but then creating a new world inside of it, similar to how I did with Venom. And I cannot wait. And I'm excited to see what it is in that world that I'm meant to discover about what's happening with Harper. And it's going to be more romance. I don't know if it will be sexy romance. Like Sacrifice Me has a few scenes, but it's not, gratuitous. So I don't know if this will have any sexy scenes in it at all. It won't be gratuitous because it's just not personally what I write, but there will be a stronger romance. It will be a romance. And and bow chicka bow wow. It won't be exactly that, but it is gonna be. I'm already really excited about the hero of this story, and I don't know, it's gonna be a little different from some of the stuff I've written before, but also the same, I guess. A little bit more new adult than young adult. Uh, so that's what I'm writing next. 20-minute explanation. All right, let's read some more. Thank you for listening. But yeah, I'm going all in on fantasy as soon as this is over. Um, yeah, I know, exactly. So it's like, who knows? Ooh, like a snow globe world. Yes, exactly, exactly. That's a great way to describe it, Angela. It's kind of like a snow globe world. And similar, I'm so glad you said that. That like totally opens some things, because similar to that, the priestess who's control of that world for fun likes to shake it up, right? And so that's going to play into the character. So, oh, so fun. Uh, you are mentoring and inspiring a whole community of writers, so many more books out there than you even know about. Ah, take your time. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I sometimes I feel like do I don't know. I'll let it go, but thank you for that, Stacey. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel much less like an inspiration and more like a mess, and it's hard when you dedicate yourself to sharing all the stuff, but then you consistently, like, fall short, fall short, fall short, and sometimes that's what I've been seeing is like, "Oh, I said, and then it's not, and I said, and it's not," but then when I got like, I mentioned today that I was putting the book up for pre-order, which by the way, it will not go up for pre-order on Amazon right away because of the way Amazon pre-orders work with ranking. So that one will go up for pre-order like only a week before release. But I got so many messages from people saying that it was inspiring how I didn't give up. And that meant a lot to me because I feel like it was the opposite of inspiring. So sometimes, thank you. A productive mess. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you so much. Yeah, some of us we're just all messes together. I feel like I couldn't pretend to be perfect even if I tried because it's gonna come out how it's gonna come out. But it feels good to finally be crossing the finish line. So I hope you guys love this book. I have so many fears. I have so many fears. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay, let's do some writing. 25 minutes. We're gonna switch to no, we're gonna stick with the lo-fi. I was kind of digging it. We're gonna switch to the lo-fi music or stay with the lo-fi music. Let me find the brand stuff. Hopefully it won't start over. It might start over. 5 minutes. right. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. Um, one of the things, just if you're interested, kind of in, let me start the break so we don't, I'll try not to talk as long this time, but um, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm going through the chapters, I'm reading through, I'm making notes, I'm crossing out words, changing things, and I'm just going to read all the way through to the end like that. But then I also have right now just a little memo page. I'm on chapter 3, which is kind of chapter 4 because there's a prologue. So, and out of how many chapters? Angela asked. There are 60 chapters, about 60 chapters. So we got a long ways to go. Some of them are shorter than others. But I have this little memo pad also where I'm just writing things like um, the press had a field day with Kieran's past. And I want to make sure that I follow up with that to make sure, you know, that I explain that. I'm pretty sure I do, but there have been so many versions of this book that I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I didn't delete that, make sure all the threads are carried through, make sure all of that stuff is uh you know, that we're following through all the loops and all the little breadcrumbs and things like that. So Danya's making scene cards. The app or the website that I'm using for this timer is called wonderspace.app. WONDER wonderspace.app. And Bree is here. I saw you talking about your paranormal investigations, which is just so cool. I would love to do something like that someday. So if you ever make it to Texas to do some some things, let us know. Tijuana, you are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. We went out to eat briefly. I was trying to make beef stew in the crock pot, but I didn't start it early enough and it didn't get soft enough. So we were like, oh my gosh, we got to go out to dinner. So we just literally went out to a Mexican restaurant that's like a mile down the road. And I had no makeup on. My hair, I had just gotten out of the shower and we crawled into the house or like skirt into the house at 6:43. And I'm live at 7. And I was like, okay, I could do this. I could do this. So that means a lot. I got ready very quickly. 394. Good job. I do that too. I have a notebook where I write notes as I go through my last edit pass. Yeah, I do too. And I look, that's why you might have seen me. I was looking around because I was like, where's my notebook? It's in the other room and I don't want to go get it. So I'm just going to do it on sticky notes and we will transfer it over later. Turns out I had the applique on the wrong side. Now I got to undo it. No, I'm so sorry. Oh, we're collaborating. Listen, I'm 100% all in. I am ready to go. Let's do it. I feel like so when I first had thought about doing this story, it was 2019 and I was pregnant with Evie and I was going to do 3 stories. I'm going to talk about this a little bit tomorrow on Coffee Chat, so I won't talk about it too much. But part of what I was going to do is call it the Summer of Ghost Stories. And I was going to tell all my real life ghost stories because I have a few. I have literally heard a ghost in my house. It was crazy. But we'll see if we'll share some of that tomorrow. I made 13 products for the 13 Club today, working on the webpage now and then off to bed. Thank you, Inca, for hanging out. This is fun, making late night work more enjoyable. I don't usually work this late, but starting to get behind on all the things I want to do. Jackie, I feel that so much. So I finally, for myself recently, was just like, okay, I have to finish this book and it's not going to happen in my regular day to day life. And so I have to make space for it. And so last week, I created a mini writing retreat at home so I could still be here with the kids. And I was working late some nights till 3 or 4 in the morning to finish it. And I exhausted myself, but at the same time, sometimes you got to work a little bit harder to get things done. And I'm so proud that I got it done. So we're on the home stretch now. 6:57. Hey, you reached your goal for the day. Good job. Gotta go. Good night, Sarah. Sorry, I spam chat. No, you're good. You're good. We love it. Oh, you were working on beef stew today too. Send me your recipe because I don't know if this one's gonna be any good. Started watching One of Us is Lying. So I have read the book, but I haven't seen the show. And I also haven't seen Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which we will be watching as a Netflix teleparty. If you have not been to one of our spectacular Netflix parties, basically the way that will work is, and again, sorry, you're going to hear some of this stuff tomorrow, but the way that works is you have to have your own Netflix subscription. And I apologize if you don't have one. You can get it just for the month if you want, or if you could do a free trial if they have it, do that. But you got to have your own Netflix subscription. And then there's like a Chrome extension or an Edge extension or whatever that you can put into your browser that when we give you the link, you'll be able to join me as we're watching A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And we're going to watch it not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And for the next 3 Sundays in a row, we're going to watch 2 episodes a day on Sundays. And so basically we get to watch it together and I can pause it and we can chat and stuff like that, like we're doing right now. It's really fun. Coursework creation. That sounds good. Finish an episode while I ate supper. Will the other ghost books be written? Yes. Unless nobody buys Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, and then I might be like, well, maybe nobody wants ghost books from me, but I don't anticipate that. So there's 3 books total. It was meant to be Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, The Possession of Mira Black, and the 3rd book is The Haunting of Luna Day. And way back in the day, Moana, I don't know if you remember this, but like back when I was doing live streams just on my Facebook page, just for my fans before I even had a YouTube channel, I think. I read some of the opening chapters of The Haunting of Luna Day, which also has like 25,000 words written and was fully plotted, but I never finished it. But I do intend to finish them. Tired but feeling good. Exactly. Exactly. Just got a slow cooker. We have been making in the slow cooker basically, for lack of a better term, what people call crack chicken. And it is so good and the kids love it. It's basically just like chicken with a bunch of cream cheese on it. And it's so good. And it takes like maybe 6 hours to make. And you can make it with frozen chicken. It's so good. So if you want that recipe, I can send it to you. But we were trying to do something different. I do. And I'm so excited for the watch party. It's going to be good. I've never been able to get the slow cooker right, the Instant Pot. The Instant Pot scares me. I bought an Instant Pot. I don't have it now, but I had one back in the day. And the only thing I ever made with it was hard-boiled eggs. Oh, that is really good. Cassie has switched to YouTube. If you don't have it, check your phone carrier because T-Mobile, you can get Netflix free. That is very cool. All right. Good night, Starla. Carrie, thank you so much. Gonna order Vanessa Shaw so fast. Haunted Cinderella inspired story. Oh yeah, thank you so much. That was so fun to write. I really enjoyed that one as well. Always want ghost books. So here for this Luna Day. Yeah, that story still sticks with me, and the way that that story came to me was so clear that it was a girl all dressed in black, like with these big thick black boots, like Doc Martin boots, but she was standing kind of like a Marianne style character. If you've read my Shadow Demon saga, she's standing in a closet of a room that's like all white and pink. And she's just running her hands along the clothing, all this expensive clothing. I could see it so clearly because I was just like, who is that? That is not her bedroom. What is she doing in there? And I just was like, okay, what is this story? And it just started coming to me like boom, 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 boom. And I started writing it and didn't finish it. So hopefully that one's coming someday too. We'll keep it going. But we do have books that people are waiting for. So I think one of the biggest mistakes I ever made as a writer was every time I struggled to write something that was like the next book in a series, I started a new thing, thinking I could write it really fast and that it would just be standalone and that would become a series. And at one point, I had 5 series going at once, and that was just a big mistake. So, still, right now, we have Eternal Sorrows has one final book. Shadow Demon Saga has one final book, as well as 2 spinoffs, but we're only gonna be that one. Uh, we'll have only announced the one, but there will be 2 spinoffs, so I'll announce the next one later. And then, we still have The Witch's Key to finish, so we'll see. Deep Dark Secrets, by the way, is the only series I've ever started that I'm not gonna finish. So that book, Deep Dark Secrets, will be turned into a standalone, and I'm currently working on getting a new cover for that. So there we go. Too shy and introverted to do streams, not to mention ugly and have a funny voice. Listen, I listen, I really and truly was like, I don't think that I can be on camera because I don't think I'm pretty enough. And it was an issue for me for years that I didn't start a YouTube channel when I wanted to, because I was like, my voice is kind of low and I'm not very pretty and I'm just going to get like trolls and they're not going to like me and all that stuff. And I'm just like, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. And nobody tells me I'm ugly. I only had one person at the very beginning of my YouTube channel that was like, you have an ugly face, but I don't think they were being real. I think they were just trying to get me to respond, like trolls. But YouTube is not for everybody. There's no pressure to do YouTube if you don't want to do it. Give me all of them. Thank you, Tijuana. I cannot wait to come spend more time with you in New Orleans. I'll be in New Orleans for an entire week this next time in March. I'm excited. Is The Witch's Key / Witch's Door going to be a duology? So I think it's going to be a trilogy. So it'll be The Witch's Key, The Witch's Door, and The Witch's Spell. I already have them partially plotted, but it's just like, I can't write fast enough. I got to get it moving. All right. Okay. Let's do some more writing. What am I doing? Here we go. Writing, reading, loving, you know. I think, thank you, Augustina. It's so funny. I think I mentioned this like years ago, but when Evie was tiny, like still up in the middle of the night, maybe 3 months old, and I was rocking her in the middle of the night, I was scrolling on Instagram and got an ad for a makeup course, and it was so good. And I feel like it was it was like teaching you how to do makeup for when you're on camera, and I feel like it was super helpful for me. So I can send you a link to that if you want. But yeah. All right, everybody, let's do it. I feel like I'm losing train of thought. Okay, start focus. The irony of starting focus. So I'm like, what? Okay. We're gonna stick with the lo-fi vibe. But I'm liking the music right now. Okay. Definitely some funky beats going on there. I like the music though, overall. Do you guys want to switch to piano for the last hour or just keep going with the lo-fi? I don't know. Has Spooktacular officially begun? So this is technically the first Spooktacular event. Although it's, just we're just hanging in there. But the giveaways have already started. If you head to sarahcannon.com, there are two blog posts up so far, and one has the grand prize giveaway. Today's giveaway is the 3 months in the Broken Chapter Society, and we won't have a giveaway every single month or every single day in the month, but we will have a giveaway every day that there is an event, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the music. Yeah, I'm liking it too. I really just put that together. Jesse wants piano. Maybe we'll do some piano for a little bit and see if you guys like that better. I like the lo-fi. It's good. It's good. Um, yeah, Nina, so glad you're here. So tomorrow on Coffee Chat, we will go over the schedule and like all the plans in detail. And oh, Stacy, why not? Did it give you a error or something? Let me know. We can always try to troubleshoot some stuff. But yeah, I feel like this is going by so fast. How is 2 hours passed already? So we have been here for 2 hours. If you have been here the whole time, get up and stretch your legs. At the start of this next sprint, I probably will get up and stretch my legs too. I feel hungry. Maybe it's because I'm reading. I'm just like, Ugh, trouble with the link to sign up. Did you go to my actual blog and just like when you click to log in, it wasn't letting you log in? Or let me know. How do you enter the giveaway? So if you go to sarahcannon.com and click on blog, there are two blog posts that are the most recent two. One is called like Welcome to the Spooktacular or something like that. And this one today is called like Join Me with Reading Sprints. So both of those blogs each have a giveaway linked on the post. So you have to log in. You can log in through either like Facebook or Google or whatever. It gives you a couple different ways to log into the Gleam app. That's just to verify your existence so we don't get a lot of spam entries. But you're not like signing up for anything in particular. And then once you log in to the app, you will get one automatic entry. And then, it could be cookies. It says you have to have cookies enabled. That could be it. Once you have logged in, you get one entry, but you also can do like leave a comment on the blog or join me on YouTube or just any of those kind of things. There's different ones every day, and you can actually go back and enter every day. So if you enter, 3 times a day on the Spooktacular grand prize, you could end up with like 100 entries. So go check it out. I feel like I feel like there are a lot of us as creatives that have undiagnosed ADHD. I'm still making dinner now in California, so it's still early. Okay, so it's like 7 there, right? Snack time. Who wants s'mores and candy corn? Listen, I have just over here one of my favorite Halloween time spooky season snacks, which is candy corn mixed with Spanish peanuts. And it's my favorite. It's like salty and sweet, crunchy. It's so good. I love it. Highly recommend. There's nothing healthy for you in that candy corn, but it is so good. And my other favorite snack is popcorn with Sour Patch Kids on it. However, I shouldn't really be eating that much sugar. So we're gonna just not think about that today. We're not supposed to eat healthy, and yeah, exactly. Endless s'mores. Let's get us endless s'mores. Let's do it. All the entries for all the books. This year we're using a different giveaway entry method because last year we used Rafflecopter and there were lots of problems with the way that the code was showing up on the blog. So if it turns out we just are having lots of people having trouble um, entering the giveaways because of the settings or whatever, then I can switch to something different later in the month. But keep me updated. Let me know. I don't think you're in the minority. I think a lot of people hate candy corn. George cannot stand it. My kids cannot stand it. But I love it. I don't know. Maybe it's just the nostalgia. Peanuts, candy corn, and popcorn. Let's do it. I might try that. I might try that. There will be various recipes showing up on my blog this month as well. So there's going to be like a peach pie and just various other things. So if you want to try some fun recipes, you might enjoy it. Um, your kiddo loves seaweed. Why not? I worked at a candy store and burnt out on candy corn. Oh my gosh. If I worked at a candy store, I would just be like taking random bites of it all over the place. The candy pumpkins, I know I haven't had any of those lately. Nothing counts as sugar in October. November, December, we'll just worry about it in January. Um, so fun. I loved it. Oh, I have not had a maybe that's something we should make for the spooky day, like vlog. Speaking of vlogs, this Saturday, my writing retreat vlog in the woods in Oklahoma will go up as a premiere at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. So I've tried this year. We're doing various days. We're doing some things here at night. So if you're here on the replay, I know this is a terrible time for those of you in the like UK and Europe. But we're trying to do some things at like 1 p.m., some at 4 p.m., some at 8 p.m., and we're just kind of mixing it up. But Saturday's vlog will be at 1 p.m. And I probably will be chatting with you during that vlog from Arlington, Texas, because the Hello Kitty Cafe truck is coming to Arlington this weekend, and I do not want to miss it. So I'm just going to go up to the front of the truck and say, I want one of everything, please. And hopefully they will have it. Last year, I think it was, I went to the Hello Kitty Cafe truck and I think I was there for 4 hours waiting in line. So, oh, you did it. Awesome. Stacy, I'm so glad. Keep me updated. Black jelly beans are grape? No. Black jelly beans are licorice. Used to love Halloween, but they switched the black ones from They did? They switched them? Oh my gosh, I had no idea. That's like a staple. That's wild. Yes, there's a Hello Kitty cafe truck. There's 2 of them. There's one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast area, and they travel around. It's like a super cute big van, basically, that has like a window like a food truck, and they go all over the country. I think only here in the US, but they go all over the country, and I guess they only show up on Saturdays, and then they must go somewhere to like restock and then show up to the next place. So it's like food truck style, but it's Hello Kitty stuff, and they have like Hello Kitty macarons and cookies and stuff like that, but they also have a lot of merch that you can't get anywhere else. So they have 50th anniversary right now. They have a 50th anniversary plushie and a hoodie and t-shirts and a mug. So I have been actually saving up for this. I have specific money set aside. So I'm excited for it. So I'll probably be in line on that while we're chatting. So it should be pretty fun. But that vlog will be super long. I moved all the footage from my camera over to the computer today, and it's like 112 clips. So hopefully it'll be super fun. There are Hello Kitty cafes, and they have like coffees and drinks and all kinds of stuff, but the Hello Kitty cafe truck only has like water bottles and cookies, macarons. Um, I think it's all like shelf stable kind of stuff that they have. It is super, super cute. And they do have tour dates. If you just Google Hello Kitty Cafe truck schedule, you'll find it. It's on their website. They come to Texas once a year, so uh, I'm going for it. I will be there. All right, welcome to our new member, Kaylee. I saw this go by, but I didn't pull you out. Welcome, Kaylee. Welcome to the Broken Chapter Society. Okay, we are going to keep writing. I am on chapter 7. So maybe my goal is to make it through chapter 10 tonight. Let's see, is that where I am? Chapter 7. Let's keep going. If you have not moved your legs, gotten some water, do that at the beginning of this sprint. And we've got 25 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. We'll try this time. And then we'll go back to lo-fi if we want next time. Hold on. Break. Okay. I was like, I don't want to focus again. We're on a break. It's 9:42. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Spellfinder. I don't know what you decided to do, but I'm always like, jump into the next book. Depends on the book though. Sometimes when I finish a book, I could not start another one right away. I need space. Sorry. It's the coins. I think it's the coins. Um, but I did try to turn it down. So sorry. Uh, I just noticed that the Kindle also like changed itself to like an amber glow, which is nice. It was very nice. Um, I also pulled out this is my like candy corn Spanish peanut mix. It's delicious, but you can't really eat too much of it. You're gonna really end up feeling sick after a bit. The best books leave me with the book hangover. Yeah. The last one woke your cat. Yeah, I was like, why does that one seem louder than the rest of them? I think it's because we've earned so many coins, it just goes and goes and goes. It's like, can you turn the coins off? I don't know. Notifications. I need to do some research and see if there's a way to turn that off. Because I don't need coins. I don't even know what you can spend them on. I just want the little flute sound. 6:12. Good job. I'm tired. We have 15 more minutes. I am on chapter 10. So, um, I don't know. We can't really do a full 25 minutes. So, what I might do is we'll just talk a little bit more, call it a night, and then I'm going to go into bed and read this last chapter. It's not a super long chapter, I don't think. No. It's just 4 pages. Of course, 4 pages on a Kindle Scribe, but mm-mm-mm. My brain is now in it to win it. Wordle for a brain break. Did you win? Did you get it? My son is obsessed with that on a daily basis. I have to write down this note that just occurred to me. Um, so many little things on the final read through. Diamond painting, got through a good chunk of it. I really would love to try that. I have a fan that has sent me multiple diamond paintings, um, like of my logo and a Hello Kitty one, and I have them framed and they're so pretty. And I just think it would be a really cool thing to do diamond painting while like listening to audiobooks or something. So I think that would be really cool. It looks really relaxing. So I love it. Figured out my writing days for November, worked out how many sprints I'll need to do. Now working on brainstorming more of my story. I love it. The big thing that is confusing, or not confusing, but kind of like in my brain for my own November challenge is that I really want to work on A Mirror of Shadows before we get to November. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to play it by ear because A Mirror of Shadows is going to be a trilogy also. So it's a matter of, could I potentially get a little way through the first book before November and then do the rest of book 1 and part of book 2 in the month of November. One of the things I love about starting our own challenge is we get to make our own rules and we don't have to be rebels. We're just doing what we want to do. And I feel like the thing about NaNoWriMo always was just like, I always felt like, as someone who's technically a professional writer, we write all year, right? It's like you're not just writing once a month or 1 month out of the year. And so you're always like trying to finish a book so that you can start something fresh in November because you're supposed to be like starting a brand new book. And we don't have to follow those rules. We can do what we want. So I'm sort of like, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how all this goes with trying to manage Preptober and Spooktacular. But I will say that actually, I'm going to stop this because it's going to make that sound again and everybody's going to jump. Yes, end focus session. The Sorry, take 5 seconds, get my brain back. That's one thing about writing and immersing in your story for a long period of time is I lose the ability to talk 'cause my brain is, like, occupied. But while I was sitting here after us chatting and I'm eating my snacks and I'm reading my book on my Kindle and I'm in this room that I have, like, redecorated so many times and finally love this room, I just had this moment of, like, pure joy, and I could just feel it just radiating out of my, like, chest of just, like, I'm so grateful, and I know that I say it a lot, but I'm so grateful for all of you. The fact that we've had over 100 people just come to hang out, to read and chat, and on a random Thursday night, it just feels like such a dream come true, and in the end, we focus so often as writers in the industry side of it of how many book sales, how much money, all these different things, like when's your release dates, but in the end, even though it's nice to make money, it's nice to be able to make a living, all that stuff is important. In the end, this is the thing that lights me up with joy the most is spending time on the story, getting the twist just right, being really proud of the work that you've put in, hanging out with the people that you want to spend time with. Like this is the dream right here. And I feel really, really grateful to have you all here. So thank you for being here. Um, yeah, I love you guys. It's just really fun. And, you know, if that also someday means a TV show and a best-selling novel, then so be it. Someday. It's so funny. I love my husband so much because he's always like, "Well, someday this is gonna be true," you know, and he's always assuming that eventually there's gonna be a TV and eventually there's gonna be this. Just today, he was saying when I was talking about going to the Hello Kitty cafe truck, he was like, "Well, someday, you know, enjoy it for now because someday you're gonna have this popular TV show and you're gonna be one of the characters in the TV show and everybody's gonna know your face and you're not gonna be able to go to the Hello Kitty cafe truck because there'll be too many people coming up to you." And I'm like, "George, you are literally like mental if you think that is going to be the truth." But he just so believes in me that he's always like, "Of course that's going to be the truth. It's only a matter of time." But in the end, he is the best. He's so good. Um, but in the end, it's like it doesn't the scale of things like that doesn't matter to me as much as moments like this, like with all of you sitting here, just being able to be myself and chatting and just feeling happy, getting to do the thing that I love with people that are really cool. It just means a lot. So thank you for being here. And Spooktacular is officially kicked off, and it is going to be a good one. We have lots of amazing prizes coming up this year and just some really fun experiences. And it's a, it's a sacred holiday. I know I was like, it was so funny because I did spill water on this, but I started mapping out earlier, like what Spooktacular was going to be. And part of what I was trying to do this year, because the 13 days of straight live streams and all of that takes a lot of energy, and there's a lot of blog posts and giveaways, and it just takes a lot of time. And then to follow that up with 30 days of uh, daily vlogs was just like draining my energy. It's like all of it is fun, but I didn't have enough time to recover. Uh, and so this year I was like, okay, we're going to spread Spooktacular out over the course of the month. But then when I started planning it, it's like, look, this is, we've got more events than we've ever had before, but I do have days in between for recovery. We're gonna see how this goes because I just got so excited. I'm like, but this is all fun. It's just all fun. So, but I will talk about this a little bit tomorrow on the coffee chat when we kind of go over the schedule and make some announcements that there's always a possibility if we get halfway through the month and I'm like, yeah, this was way too much, that I might back off a little bit towards the end, like maybe one less vlog or something like that. But I think we're gonna do it. I think we'll do it. If we wear our BCS robes, can we get on the set? How oh my gosh, can you imagine? Okay, let's just imagine for a moment collectively, for those of us that have read the Beautiful Demons series, once you get into Inner Demons and you get to see the very first uh, Order of Shadows ritual, so we say Brooke's ritual. Can you imagine if you were actually in a TV show and we all got to like fly to LA or somewhere to be part of the Order of Shadows in our Broken Chapter Society robes? That would be like the ultimate Easter egg that we could tell on YouTube and be like, guess what? This was like the founding members of the Broken Chapter Society were the extras in the scene where Brooke is initiated into the Order of Shadows. Just that would be gold. Like that would be so much fun. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna happen. But George was like, maybe Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw will be your movie. You never know. I don't know. I really still feel like maybe Shadow Demons is happening at some point. And like I said, there are always things behind the scenes that I can't talk about. And it moves very slowly in the world. So we shall see how it goes. Stormy made it. Hey, Amy, we're literally about to say goodnight, but I'm glad you're here. It's late for you. What are you doing still up? I'm assuming you fared okay. Cameo as a music teacher. Wouldn't that be so fun? You know, yeah, Eternal Sorrows, that would also be very cool. And I can see that one like a movie in my head too. I would love to see that someday on on the um on the TV screen. Forgot what kind of robes, monogrammed bathrobes. Creator recently who makes hooded blanket cloaks. That would be so cool. Several people sent me options online, but a lot of the robes were expensive. I'm like, we gotta figure it out. Just getting ready for bed. Glad everything was all good. I think we are gonna call it a night just a couple minutes early, and I'm gonna crawl into bed, read the last chapter that was on my goal, and I will see you all tomorrow. So tomorrow's event is our typical Friday coffee chat where I will be finally, after 2 years plus, announcing a release date for The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. I do not promise that the pre-orders will be live and available to order yet, and there will not be an Amazon pre-order, and I'll explain a little bit more about why tomorrow. There will be one, but it'll be a very short pre-order just due to, you know, marketing stuff. I'll explain that. But there will also be a chance for anybody that did not order paperbacks last year to get a chance to order them this year, including your choice of which cover you want for The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. And this year they'll actually be done and be sent out. No more putting books on the list that have not been finished yet. That's not happening anymore. Lesson learned. But yeah, we're gonna try not to overdo it. I will keep you guys updated as we go. If we have to scale back the schedule, then we will, and I'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow. But this is so fun, and just the fact that you all want to hang out with me means a lot. And so I will see you for that. We'll have the blog post and the giveaway, I think, will go up at 8 a.m. every day is when I'm hoping. It's already scheduled for tomorrow. So check back at sarahcannon.com, click on the blog every day to enter to win the most recent giveaways. And yes, I did pick the second cover, but it was not y'all's favorite choice. I'm sorry. I had to go with my own intuition. I'll share with you kind of how I made the decision, and the cover is completed and finished. So I will be revealing that tomorrow as well. And we have a logo for the rough draft challenge as well, and that is finalized. And there's just been lots of fun stuff happening. So behind the scenes, good things. So when are the winners chosen and announced? It's on the giveaway itself. We'll tell you when the giveaway closes. The grand prize giveaway will go all the way until Halloween. So it's open all month. So you can enter every day all through the month. Most of the other ones are open for 4 days. So the one that opened today is the 3 months in the Broken Chapter Society, and today is the 3rd. It closes on the 7th. Tomorrow's item closes on the 8th. Saturday's item closes on the 9th. So most of them are open for 4 full days to enter to win. But then there are a few of them that are kinda like bigger prizes, like the Thriving Author Bundle, which is a $600 prize, Kindle Paperwhite, which is like almost a $200 bundle. Some of those are open a little bit longer to give people more time to enter. So that's it. There's so many good prizes. It's more than ever, more prizes than ever, and then there'll be some kinda, like, secret things along the way as well, so, and Kelly, my Scentsy package got here today, my second one this month. So, I'm gonna open that tonight and see if I can set up my new haunted house diffuser in the background before tomorrow. It's gonna be great. So, I will see you all for Friday coffee chat tomorrow. Thank you for so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I can't speak anymore. I definitely need rest. This was fun. So we will be live on Twitch almost every Thursday for the month. But after tonight, we're going to be gaming. So there's two big releases this month. One is Until Dawn, which I think comes out tomorrow, which is a remastered, remade version with new graphics, new uh, potential pathways and new camera angles for Until Dawn, which is my favorite game of all time and was what inspired this, well, not all time, but like favorite PS5 game of all time or whatever. It's what inspired this book in the first place. And then also the one that we're going to be playing live on Twitch is Silent Hill 2, which is another remade game. Very excited for that. Hopefully I don't bomb it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, thank you all so much. I will see you live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, or if you can't make it live, I will see you on the replay. Make sure you visit sarahcannon.com every day for all the giveaways to enter them, so that I can shower you with love and appreciation throughout this month. And I will see you all. I'll see you tomorrow.